This is Jun2007 qu1, and this is another question where you fill in a table about base quantities and possibly their units. So this is all about base units, and it's asking you, when you fill in the table, give a base unit or tick the base unit or derived unit box for each unit that's mentioned, and then if that's possible, if it is a derived unit, give an equation which will give that derived unit. So the first one is kilogram, and it's a base unit, so therefore there's no equation, it's just kilogram on its own. The second one then is newtons, and it's also done for you. It's also ticked where you can see it's a derived unit, and they're suggesting that you could get the base units for that by using F equals ma. The next one is mole, and it's a base unit. And the last one is degrees Celsius. Now, we know that the base unit for temperature is actually Kelvin. So it's a derived unit. So therefore, we'd have to write down an equation to get, how would you get Kelvin out of that? Or sorry, how would you get degrees centigrade out of Kelvin? And so we know that any temperature in degrees centigrade, and they wouldn't use a capital T here, they'd be more inclined to use a theta. So theta in degrees C is equal to, and it is equal to the temperature in Kelvin, and you have to add on, you have to take away 273. So it's minus 273. So you know that 100 degrees, well, you should know that 100 degrees is 373. And if you take 373 Kelvin, if you take 273 away from that, you'll get 100 degrees C. Next part of the question. This is a question where they're expecting you to be able to read a question, use some information, and come up with, use an equation to come up with an answer. So it's actually the definition of a light year. The light year and the astronomical units are derived units of length often used by astronomers. The light year is defined as a distance travelled by light in 365 days. Calculate how many metres there are in 1 light year. Give your answer to 3 significant figures. So the light year is a distance travelled, and there's a time. So a light year, we should be able to work out how long a light year is by using speed as distance over time. So we're really looking for a distance. So distance is speed by time. That's what we're really looking for. It's a distance we're looking for. So the speed that we're talking about is, of course, the speed of light, which is 3 by 10 to the power of 8. And the time we're talking about is a year in seconds. So it's 365 by 24 hours, and then there's 60 minutes in an hour and 60 seconds in a minute. And when you do that, then the answer comes out as 9.46 to 3 significant figures by 10 to the 15. So that's the answer, 9.46 by 10 to the 15 metres. The astronomical unit is defined as the average distance between the Sun and the Earth, which is 1.5 by 10 to the 11 metres. Calculate how many astronomical units there are in 1 light year. So again, all you're doing is taking your number, the number that you got up above here, the 9.46 by 10 to the 15. That's what the distance is in 1 light year. And then you're just going to divide that by 1.5 by 10 to the 11 metres. And that comes out to be 63072, or 6.3 by 10 to the 4 astronomical units.